So this Uber Eats driver and Doordash driver basically is able to guarantee very good tips by doing this, right? So apparently they only accept orders in wealthy areas to ensure that they actually get good tips. So let's check out this article. A 22-year-old Philadelphia food delivery driver is revealing his tricks to guarantee that he makes the most money possible on each order. I'm not doing this to gamble, I'm doing this to make money, Jay told Insider, which withheld his last name for privacy reasons. Jay delivers for Uber Eats and DoorDash roughly 10 hours each weekend. He began in January 2019 and claiming he worked about 40 hours a week that summer when he was off school. He said he saw his tips grow exponentially in the early months of the COVID 19 pandemic. On $250 to $300 grocery orders, people were tipping $100, he explained, because they were just so petrified to step foot in the grocery store and they were so thankful that someone else was willing to do it. Like that kind of like line of thinking does make sense to me, but at the same time, you're paying $100 for someone to deliver your food from the grocery store to you. Like, wow. Way to spend a lot of money for not really any reason. But since the lockdowns have ended and the threat of, COVID has subsided, he takes steps to ensure he can pocket lots of cash. Jehu earns an average base of $2 to $2.50 per delivery, shared that he has become very particular about the orders he accepts, as DoorDash and Uber Eats drivers keep 100% of their tips. Now that's actually pretty nice, right? But the thing is, I don't even know typically what a DoorDash driver or Uber Eats driver typically gets on average, like per tips, right? If you work that, or if you've ever worked that, feel free to give your input because personally, I just have no idea, right? So the delivery man spends his time waiting for orders from affluent Philadelphia neighborhoods like Rittenhouse Square and only agrees to pick up orders for customers who have included a tip beforehand. I know what parts of the city have the better tips and which ones don't. That typically does have to do with the income of the area, he revealed. Customers can also tip after food has been delivered, but Jay doesn't want to risk wasting his time and effort for what could be a poor tip. I'm not really interested in playing the game of, oh, maybe I'll do this person's delivery for a guaranteed $2.50. Maybe it might be more. I don't play that game, and most people don't like to play that game, he noted to Insider. That's what results in their orders not getting picked up, or it takes a while for them to get their food. The Post reached out to Jay for comment. Jay says he declines roughly 75% of the orders he receives, but he prefers it that way. Now, the interesting thing about this, it seems like he does a lot of his deliveries by bike. So he's in basically like a city, like a downtown area, where it probably makes the most sense for him to go for the guaranteed money. Because if your main transportation for doing all these deliveries is by bike, then you probably want to go to where you're pretty much guaranteed to actually make some money. So he did clarify that most of the orders he's offered include a tip, usually ranging from $3 to $7, but he typically holds out for the highest tips possible. I think people should be tipping for the premium service that they're being provided, he reasoned. Jay shares a clip of his deliveries on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, with several of his videos earning millions of views. Interesting. So this is the highest paying fast food stack I have ever had. Okay, let's listen to this.
Wow. All right, y'all. Listen, hear me out. $24 for 1.3 miles, but it's Wendy's? We know how that's gonna go. I think we just pull up and see. Oh, we're getting an add-on. $16 add-on? Oh my god, for another Wendy's. That double makes it like $40, right? We're taking the double. I'm gonna take all three of them. Excuse me, sir. Okay. Take your time. Thank you. Yeah, I have three Uber Eats orders. Alicia, Atia, and Na. Oh wow. Oh gosh. It's Alicia. Yeah. All right. What about the drinks? Am I filling them up or you filling them up? They're around the corner. Okay. All right. There's no drinks, no fountain drinks for the other ones, but I have a bunch of frosty.
Interesting.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry. Can I have a carrier too, please? We only got chocolate frosties. Can you make them a large then? A large chocolate instead of large? Large right here. All right. No, I need one more of the small chocolate then. And I'm still waiting on for Tia. All right, thank you.
Like this is like super lucky for him to be in this situation to like basically get multiple orders for the same location or basically same food, like brand. So that worked out super good
Yeah,
for him.
I'm coming right back to that. Okay. Someone said that's not worth it. Listen, we aim for $40 an hour, and that stack is going to be $40. 10, 14 is good.
I mean, making $40 in a single hour when you're doing Uber Eats, this sort of stuff, DoorDash, not bad.
Customer hands him a $100 bill.
You got me. You got me kidding me. 10 piece and it's two potatoes, right? Yeah. All right, thank you, sir. Y'all see that? We got a lot of food in there. I'm gonna make sure to call all those customers on the way as well, just to be extra safe. Lots of buns. Hi. Yes, I'm sorry.
I think the coolest thing about this is like if you are in basically like a downtown city, right? If you were to do something like this, you can make money, potentially make more money than minimum wage, and you could also exercise. So you could I think this really depends on like your personality. If you're someone that doesn't necessarily want to deal, I guess maybe with customers, but you're okay with delivering to customers, it might be something worthwhile where you could make money, kind of be on your own, have basically your own schedule, and do pretty much what you want if you manage your money right.
Sorry, the last driver got off the order. I don't know what happened. Straws are in there, okay? You have a good night. The next person's also at the hotel. What's the name? I'm sorry. I apologize for.
Wow, so in this same basically food franchise, delivered to basically the same location. That's crazy.
The delay. You have a good night, all right? You wait on delivery? Just to let you know, they didn't have vanilla. They only had chocolate frosties. I'm sorry about that. You have a good night, all right?
Okay, so he actually did. He got 40 bucks.
Wow.
So he earned 40 bucks in basically within an hour. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. So, in a recent TikTok, Jay showed how he earned $40 by picking up three orders from a nearby Wendy's and biking them about 2.2 total miles. He has also noticed that he pockets significantly more money during cold weather months, which kind of makes sense because, like, if it's too cold, people are going to be like, I'd rather pay someone to just do the delivery, pick up, whatever, so that I don't got to. Now, personally, I cannot justify spending this type of money on fast food. Like, it's crazy to me, right? Because you're basically spending 20 bucks for like a $10 meal. Like, Lord. Jay claims to earn an average of $20 to $25 an hour delivering food during the summer, but up to $45 an hour during the winter. Pretty nice. So Jay's confessions come amid a nationwide reckoning with tipping and hidden fees in the wake of inflation woes. As the country grapples with the daunting state of the economy, some believe that the pressure put on customers to tip and the reliance of workers on these tips has gotten out of hand. But Jay has a plan. Doing this food delivery thing, I just kind of think of it as a game, he declared. It's like a treasure hunt, if you would. And I get joy out of it. So basically, like, this guy's, like, personality, pretty much, seems ideal for this type of line of work, right? Because he's pretty excited to do it. He's very friendly towards people, and he gets the stuff done. So props to this dude, right? Now, obviously, this isn't something that everyone should do or could do because your personality might just not be ideal, right? You may not have like any form of transportation. at all. So it just depends on your situation, depends on like what's around you. Because like for example, if the only thing close, like if you live like a very extremely rural area, DoorDash, Uber Eats is probably not like an ideal job for you because you have to spend a good amount of money to just go to an area where it actually makes sense to do it, which is might be more it just might be more hassle than what it's actually worth. But if you're like in a downtown city, if you're in like a suburb and you got a very fuel efficient car, it might be worth it. So it's just something to think about too. But you got to factor in the cost of even doing the deliveries, right? For him, there's basically no cost because he's just on a bike, right? But if you're spending money on gas to do these deliveries, then you really got to make sure that you can guarantee the highest tip. So I do like how he does it, where he pretty much only chooses deliveries where the tip is basically already included, right? And then also they could probably just add on to the tip as well. Now, maybe they could also pull out a tip. I don't know. I'm not familiar with these delivery apps because I've never ordered anything from these delivery apps because I just can't justify spending the money for it. But yeah, this is no comments. If you have any experience about DoorDash, Uber Eats, how the whole tipping system works, feel free to give your thoughts down below because I am very ignorant about that whole situation. So just think about it.